Hi, I'm Kim. You're watching Kim Wilson TV. My channel is dedicated to helping victims of narcissistic abuse get free and stay free. Though the narcissist has quite a bag of arsenal to use against the victims, their targets, there is one that really stands out, really defines them, I think, and that's a smear campaign. You know, not even your garden variety asshole is going to be willing to launch a smear campaign. It's disgusting, but worse than that, it's lies. It's often confessions of their own behavior and criminal, slander, libel, defamation. I mean, it's absolutely diabolical and really hard to understand sometimes. Like, how fucked up do you really have to be to injure someone and injure someone and injure someone, and then when they run away from you because you're horrible, then you launch a criminal smear campaign against them? This behavior is really, really unique to a narcissist. And in this video, we are going to listen to a real smear campaign in progress. It is audio footage of a smear campaign. But first, I'm going to set this audio footage up. Yes, that might be Canada's most fucked up citizen. Why do we know that nasty face? Why? Because that's Michelle Titler. We did not invite Michelle into our reality, but instead she headbutted her way in when she smear campaigned me several months ago. Now, Michelle Titler has never worked a day in her life. She is an incapable, incompetent woman who lacks imagination and creativity and who has a relatively low IQ. She is a parasite. She is a leech. She is a soul vampire. She has cannibalized everything and everyone that has ever gotten, in her path. Now, she has been brutally extorting money out of her parents her entire life. And by brutally, I mean threatening it out of them, beating it out of them. As time went on, the siblings became alerted to this absolute criminal tragedy and stepped up to kind of help the parents. Now, the parents had done fairly well and had intended that their estate would be equally divided up amongst their children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, etc. But this leech, this parasite, has extorted so much money out of them. The siblings had to become involved. Her sister, Lorene, is the executor of the estate. Now, the mother's passed, the father's still alive, and what money is left, he needs for long-term care. So, unfortunately, the responsibility has fallen on Lorene. Lorene doesn't want this responsibility, but it has fallen on her, and Michelle has been cut off, absolutely cut off. Now, she's never worked, so the parents have paid for everything, her housing, food, spending money, all of it. But now she's cut off and cannot get her head around the fact that the money train no longer stops at her house. She is demanding the death benefits from her parents' passing. And what makes this so bizarre, so wow, is the fact that, well, her father's not dead. Not only has she blown through any money that would have been considered part of her inheritance, but she has eaten so heavily into the family's money that she now owes the estate money. She is burning through, has been burning through money that would have gone to her children, who of course don't speak to her, monies that would have gone to nieces and nephews, who of course don't speak to her. She is eating up everybody's money now. And she absolutely cannot come to terms with the fact that there is no more money and she has to get a job. Now, a smear campaign is always going to be the product of the narcissist recognizing they have lost control over you or the situation. And the smear campaign is really a desperate, absolutely diabolically desperate attempt to regain some control. Now, once Michelle realized she lost control of Lorene, she's now desperately trying to control how people see Lorene. This criminal defamation that's very, very apparent in this phone call is a call to the hospital where her father is staying. Now, of course, Lorene takes care of everything, regarding her parents, not just the estate, but she's the mediator between her father and the hospital and the doctors. And though Lorene has a family of her own and a husband and a very good career, she has all this extra responsibility, and of course is being abused horribly by Michelle and has become very tired and fatigued from all of this. Not once has Michelle helped her or, thanked her for the tremendous contribution she has made to her elderly parents, to the family. No, she is going to do everything she can to make Lorene look like the bad guy. And with Lorene feeling very fatigued from all of this, of course, his smear campaign was very hurtful. But not only did Michelle contact the hospital with this bullshit, she also contacted organizations that she believed Lorene worked for. Now, over the years, of course, Lorene, recognizing what her sister is, has protected her employer's name. Michelle doesn't know where her sister works, but she did make calls to companies she believed her sister worked for and said the same crap to them. For many victims, targets, it's really hard to understand a smear campaign because you think, like, how low, how disgusting would you have to be to resort to this sort of behavior? Absolutely. I consider the smear campaign to be one of the most defining characteristics of a narcissist, because no one who is sane, healthy, well-adjusted would ever commit this sort of act against someone, anyone.
Hi, Lorraine.
It's Michelle.
Oh, Michelle.
Hi, I'm phoning because I need to it's an emergency. My father needs to know that Lorene is going to be charged with attempted murder. It's very serious, and I know that Lorene's a pathological liar. Lorene is a psychopath. You don't know that because you're part of her little, you're part of who she's fooling. But anyway.
I really think I'm dying.
Wait, I'm the sister that she's murdering, and there are going to be criminal charges laid against her very soon.
I really think I'm dying.
It's been going on for a long time. Actually, it's a long history. Lorene has a long history. She's a psychopath and a narcissist, and she has a long history of abusing me, and she's been engaging in such criminal behavior that it's now gotten to the point of, causing bodily harm. It's a long story. It's been going on for years. It's not just right now. But I've almost died a few times, and so she's now going to be charged with...
It's July 20th, and I'm just recording that I'm dying.
Attempted murder. It's not a joke. It's real, and someone needs to tell my father that Lorene is actually going to go to jail. It's very serious, and I've been trying...
I really think I'm dying.
Trying to warn the family for a long time. I've made videos. I've tried to get in touch with my father through Carolyn Yee. I know she's not there today.
Yeah, she's not even on the
And so it is an actual emergency. I did a ton of research this morning. I'm going to get right on top of it. I've almost died a couple times for real. I have heart issues. Lorene is like literally engaging in activity on purpose to murder me. It's not a joke. I know it sounds unreal, but she has a long history of psychopathic behavior.
And I'm not a very good person.
That she's going to be not only sued for financially, but she's actually going to go to jail. It's not a joke. Someone needs to get to my father because Lorene can't seem to stop herself. And even though I've tried to warn the family for quite a long time, Lorene's going to go to jail. I think she thinks it's a joke.
Okay.
So please, I'm going to hang up now because my heart's starting to labor again. I'm going to start to file criminal charges against her today.
And she makes all this footage fair use. I mean, she really wants people to see this. Why? Because these absolute fiends feel they're justified in smear campaigning innocent victims. I received a call recently from someone who was unfortunate enough to see this smear campaign, who reminded me of an incident years ago where a man named Bob was found dead, alone with Michelle. Now, is this attempt to make someone believe that she is a target of a murder a confession of past crimes? You are currently the victim of a smear campaign. Just know there is no gutter too deep for these things. I'm Kim. You're watching Kim Wilson TV. I hope you guys are having a great narc-free day.